Alright, hello again YouTube. We're starting our part 2 video of the install of the 50-inch light bar today. Hopefully get some of the wiring done. But this is the first step I want to show you. These are both 10mm sockets here. This is the normal deep well that I had in my kit that I have. It will not fit on where you need to get the nut off to get the A-pillar, the external A-pillar off of the FJ. You need one that's taller by about a ½ an inch or so, as you can see that I've got right here. I bought that from Sears. So just remember, these regular deep wells definitely will not fit. They sink in too far, and so you need something a little longer. So that's what we'll be using to take that A-pillar off. Alright, so now we're going to start one of the scarier parts of the job. Let me back this thing up. You can see this is the A-pillar on the inside. And so this biggest hole that you see right here, this is where the nut lives. If hopefully you can see, I don't know if you can or not. I got my flashlight shining there the best I can, but there's a nut in there. And again, this is where we've got to use this long 10mm right there, and it barely fits. Let me turn this flashlight off and let me show you what I mean. When we stick this in there, that sticks right there. And let me try to get things all the way. Do you see how much that socket sticks out? I mean, it barely sticks out. So trust me, you need the longest 10mm you can find in order to get into this and get this off. And this will help us to take this panel off right here. So hopefully we can run our wiring and get busy with that. So biggest thing is that in here, that is on a kind of a long shaft, but it doesn't come all the way out, and so you got to hold it at a slant, because if you drop it, it goes down your frame somewhere and you'll never get it out. So wish me well on this one. Okay, so far so good. Do you see this nut? This is the nut that came out of our hole there. I could not get it to come out with this. I took my magnet right here and stuck it back in there, and it just pulled it right out. So it didn't slide down or slide off. So I suggest you use your 10mm and you turn that thing 10 or 15 times, and it's going to be just sticking up in there, but it's almost impossible to see. But get you a magnet, stick it up in there past that little pole, and you should pull this thing right out and be in good shape. So this is what you need to put this back together. So let's move on now with the outside pillar. Okay, here's the next section that you have to do, or at least the way I'm trying to do this. And now that it's off, I gotta wonder. This is the outside A-pillar. This is A-pillar itself, right in my hand. Let me flip this around for you. This is the inside. So just in case you don't know, you'll see this black rubber strip right here, and you'll wonder, does that stay on the vehicle or does it come off? Well, you can see right here with this video, it comes off with the A-pillar here. Right there is one clip that I've got that looks to be good. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Back up and show you the whole thing. I was at a Toyota dealership yesterday, Toyota of Richardson, and the guy argued with me. I told him I have seen pictures of this. I know there's 5 retainer clips for this, and he said no, there are none. There's only the 2 inside, and there are none for the outside. Well, here they are, Toyota. You're the one who made the vehicle, and I cannot believe that you don't even know that about your own retainer clips. And so yeah, it looks like 4 out of the 5 broke and stayed in the frame there. So this is the next. So now I got to figure out how to do the wiring. This is truly going to be the hard part. I don't know really how to take it, but let's figure that part out and we'll move on. I have an update here now. See how far I've gotten, what I've done. Kind of have had to change my mind because of the shape of this. I intend to put this wire right here. And I'm going to put a little duct tape around, or a little electrical tape around this just to protect it. And then, once I put the whole A-pillar external back on, you can see what I've done, or hopefully you can, right here. I've cut all this sheathing off, brought it down to the 2 wires, brought it down to here. Obviously, I've had to cut that core, which I didn't want to do, but you know, there was no space. So I've cut it and I've stripped it so far. You should be able to see that. And then, so you can see this is the other end that's going to plug in. I've already stripped these two. So I've gone out to Lowe's and I had to buy these connectors here, so I've got those now. And of course, good old electrical tape. And I am going to put these two right back together. And then from that point, we're going to start going under the hood and looking at getting the other wire through the firewall and see what we can do there. So let me complete this and then I'll show you that part. Alright, so I took my crimpers here. Right there, crimping tool, in case you don't know what it is. You just use this down this part here to do your crimping with. So you can see I put two yellow connectors on there. My sure, of course, I got red wire to red wire, black wire to black wire. And I crimped those down really good. Then I'm going to take some electrical tape here. And I'm going to tape those all the way around. And then I'll show you that as well. Alright, so this is the finished product. You can see I've taped both of these up. And then I'll just put a little tape here to join them down here. To keep that from being said. So then we're right here. So this will wind up going down here eventually. But not yet. Now it's time to figure out the wiring under the hood and see what we can get through the firewall. And from that point, then we'll be connecting to this and we'll be starting to finish this job up. All right, now let's continue the video, and I'm going to show you we have done a lot. You can see I actually have the terminals hooked up here, positive, negative. Got them run here. I've actually taken the relay and bolted it on right here. This was already here. I just simply, you can see, put this on here, and I used that bolt that was already there, or the nut I should say, and now the relay is right there. This is the inline fuse for this thing. And then, sorry for the noise there, but you can see right here we cut slits in this right here and fed the wire through. So you can see right here's the window washer thing. This is a 2013 FJ. Here's the little strut for the hood to hold it up. So right here we've gone down here on the lower section. It's really soft if you feel it, and we've cut some slits right there. And if you can see our wires right here. Hopefully you can see my finger right there moving. And the wires are right through there. So let me take you to the other side and show you that. Right there, this is the inside part. And you can see the cables right there, the black wires that we finally pushed in. And no, it wasn't easy. It was very difficult. It was me and my wife, who's never ever done this in our life. So if we can figure this out and do this, trust me, you can do it. It just takes two people with just no level of skill and just determination to get the job done. But you can see right now what I've got is this is just all the cable that's left all the way up to the switch that comes with this thing. And so I got to figure out, of course, obviously, you know, where to bundle this up and tie it up and hide it. And then I'm going to put my visors back on, and I got to wait because Toyota of Richardson was so dumb, as I said earlier, to tell me that there were no little pins for that right there, whatever they're called. And you know, so I got to find an actual Toyota dealer that knows what they're doing. But I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll even show you something. You've seen the light bar before, so you can see it right there. Not on. Okay, here inside the car, I flip that on. You can see that red light. And then hold this to the side. This shouldn't blind you too much. And you can see, well, that will blind you a little bit. But that is the light. And here, let me turn this one off. You can see that, and it's still daylight. This thing at night literally lights up this garage like the sun is shining. It's really crazy. So I can't wait to take it out and test it. But you can see we've got it wired. We've got it wired properly. It works. All the lights are on it. It's very strong. Like I said, we tested it last night, and this thing's supposed to be rated for 28,000 lumens. And I cannot wait to take it out on a dark road and turn it on. That'll probably be a few days or so, because I got to wait, obviously, again, to get these things for this pillar to be able to put this completely back together. But that's how we've wired it. I don't know what else to say other than, like I said, I'm going to put the visors back on this thing that I took off. You know, put the ceiling up, of course, first. Put the visors on and try to zip tie all those extra cables up together and hide them up someplace. And so the only thing that I won't be able to do is the inside and the outside of the A-pillar here, because I got to keep the inside off to be able to put this outside back on with the nut on the inside. Then I can put the inside back together with the grab bar, and the job will be completely done. But in a nutshell, this is it. I'll show you once I get the visor stuff back on, but this is what I've been shooting for. So I feel really good right now. So I wanted to show you, I got this one back on. You see there's the visor. And yes, it does work. And you can see, hopefully, there's a bolt right in there. There's a bolt right in there, and those are nice and tight now, so I'm snug. And you got these two little plastic things, see, and you have to pull these out. Put one down here. You have to pop these things out whenever you're taking this apart. And of course, when you want to put them right back in, you just go like that. And then they should, in theory, there, snap right in there like that. So you can see, taking this little clip right here and putting that right there, and there you go. And that's a completed job. I'm going to do my visor up here, and then I'll show you that in a minute. Doing the visor, I just wanted to show you, this is the part where the visor hooks to right here. And this thing, you actually have to start it at a 90-degree angle, get it up in there like that, and then spin it around. And it locks. Oops. It's supposed to lock in place. Okay. Well, maybe I've just discovered a problem. Maybe this ain't up high enough. Okay, yeah, there we go. Okay, so start it to the left, push it up really hard, and then turn it. Oh yeah, that's solid. Cool. Alright, so that's that, and then we're just going to screw our visor in here, and then we'll be done. I'll show you that in a minute. And just that easy. Our visor's back on. You can see there's just a screw there. And then back here, there's a screw there, so you have to push this up to get that one out. And of course, push this one down to get that one out or back in, which I just did. They're really nice and tight. You can see I've got that back in there. So our visor, we're back in business. This visor, we're back in business. I gotta wait again for those clips before I can put my A-pillar back together, both inside and out. But then we'll be good. Oh, I don't know if I showed you this or not, but you can see I got the wire from here. I guess we'll start back up here. Got that. I'm gonna put a little bit of electrical tape on that. But then, see, it just comes down, goes right in that hole. This is the same hole where the A-pillar is going to go. I'm just going to split these a little bit, push it through there, and then bolt it in. Of course, from this side. But like I said, you can see I got the wires right here, and I'll probably put a little tape on them too, just to insulate them a little bit. But you see I dropped it straight down there, and of course I showed you all this wire before. Then I'm going to have to put it all together and get it up out of the way. But when it's all done and said, all you'll see is about 4 inches of cable up there, and that is it. And so, with that, I don't think there's anything else I can show you now. I just gotta wait to get those clips, and then as soon as I do and put this A-pillar back together, I will definitely add that to the video, and then we'll get this done. Okay, so let's continue on. It's now Monday night, and I've got little retainer clips right here that you need for the A-pillar if you take them off. And right here is the official part number from Toyota. Hopefully you can read that, and if not, it is 75392-35210. You're supposed to get 10 in this pack. They only had 6. No big deal. I only need 4. That leaves me with 2 extra, so I'm good to go on that. And here's the kicker. I stopped at Toyota of Richardson Saturday, and I bought one for the interior. They charged me $1.40 something cents. You can see on here that I bought 6 of these. Hopefully you can see that, but if not, I'll read it to you. The grand total of $4.68, and 36 cents of that is tax, so they were $4.32 for 6. She charged me 72 cents a piece, literally half of what Toyota Richardson did charge me for one interior. And then they argued with me that these don't exist, that these right here for the exterior of the A-pillar are not on a Toyota FJ in a year. They said they don't exist. There's none. Well, I'm here to tell you there's 5, but like I said, I broke 4, so I got 4 here. So that's where we're going to start, is trying to put the A-pillar back on, and then we'll see how that goes. In fact, to show you, here's the inside of the A-pillar, and of course I got to put these all on here, and then this will wind up going back on here, and this I got to squeeze right in between those wires, and then we should be good to go. So let me give it a try and we'll see what happens. Okay, I just wanted to show you the retainer clips put in there. You can see the ones with the black little rubber washer around them. That's the 4. You just got to kind of put them in there and really push them down. That one was pretty difficult. It just takes a lot of pressure. That was the good one. It was right on there. It didn't get broke, so you can see right there. I got all 5. And of course you can see right there's 1, and there's 2. There's 3 up there. That's number 4, and up here's 5. So you got 3 closest to the door, 2 on the outside. And this is your lineup right here. So let's see if we can get this on. Okay, I got the outside A-pillar on, but you can see this gasket is quite loose. Not sure why, but I mean the A-pillar itself is fairly tight. I'm going to bang on it a little bit on there some more, but that tells me I'm going to have to get me some silicone and put around there, because that's really loose. So that's that. So the next thing I got to do though is to button up the inside, and then this will be almost a completed job. Okay, got this back on. You can see there's a bolt right there. Down here is the other bolt, goes on there. So we got that in there. It's really nice and snug. Then I got to put the whole A-pillar piece back on here next, and then finally the grab bar here will go on last, and that will complete the job. And obviously the grab bar will go into that. So when we put the A-pillar back on, then I'll show you that. Before I put this on, you can see that right there is that retainer clip, and one goes right there. This is the one I bought the other day. Right here. You can see what it looks like. So it'll just go in here and slide up, pop into place, and then we'll pop it in. So let me do that and then I'll show you that. Okay, the A-pillar just takes a little bit of finesse. You have to get this lower part down here kind of angled in there. Make sure you get these bolt holes here lined up. Then the outside you have to just kind of push and pop in, and then it's there. Let's put the grab bar in, and then we're just about down to the end. So you got the grab bar back on. Then if you remember, we've got these little clips right here that we got to put in, and I believe they go this way like that, and it pops right in. This one appears to me that it goes this way, just like that, and there we go. Grab bar back in, all this stuff from back in from yesterday. I'll grant you, still got to figure out, I got to get a switch, because I want to get a better switch than this one. But just to show you at least that right now with this thing wired up, what's that wall there? Boom. A lot of light. Turn it off, turn it back on. So you can see I haven't cut any wires, everything works. So that part's good. So I'll figure out about just where to get a switch and how to put all that together and all that stuff. And once I do that, I'll probably make a little video out of that as well. But as far as my real last video, that's going to be the test of this thing. I got to take it out at night at some point, but not tonight. It's been a very long day. I gotta get all these tools cleaned up and everything else. I hope this truly has been beneficial for someone. Hopefully it's done you some good. If you got any comments or questions or anything, of course, just let me know and I'll do whatever I can. If you need help on a job like this, I would definitely help you out and do whatever I can for that as well. Other than that, just please like the video, comment, subscribe if you haven't, and share it. That really helps me out more than anything. I appreciate it. Thanks. Bye now.